Hello everyone, Douglas Waltz, Old Man Comic Books. You've not heard from me in a while. Let me explain. And listen to the jerks who drive by my house. So I used to work from 1 to 9:30 Monday through Friday. That's 1 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And that's how I did my working the show. I was recently, very quickly I might add, put to a day shift of 6 to 2:30, but we all work overtime because of things going on at my place of business where I am employed. And move a little bit. There we go. And now I work 6 to 2:30, but it's actually 4 o'clock. 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. So same amount of hours, really. I was always working overtime. I never worked at 1 o'clock. I always came in early and stuff like that. So it's changed and shifted the way, and I have things to do that I didn't do before. Like come home, make dinner, things like that. So we've gotten carried away, and I'm here to catch up. If it feels like it's brief, I'll try not to make it brief. How's that? We have many things to discuss. Speaking of, we have a new mini-series, 3-part mini-series of Adventure Man by the Dobsons. I do believe it's Terry and, I'm not going to get it. Rachel. So Matt Fraction is helping out with the script. Terry Dotson's doing the pencils and colors. Rachel Dotson's doing the inks. So this is the family of the Connells and our lead girl who has superpowers. This is a prequel. And I know you're like, oh no, not a prequel. Well, there's still some stuff in here that's new stuff. So it's good. Dotsons always give us a good book. So hooray. All right, what's next? Sonic the Hedgehog number 77. By the way, I don't know if I have these in proper or chronological order. I apologize right now. Story is Ian Flynn. Art Adam Bryce Thomas. Recently, Eggman took on Clutch. And they're tracking down his hideout, which is where he's at now. But now he's like a butler to Rough and Tumble. Not really sure how that works. Still a good book. We love the thing. I'm kind of tired of Clutch now, though. I mean, he needs to legitimately go, but apparently he's also working for the Eggman, so whatever. It's still a good book, but Clutch needs to go away. All right, what do we got here? Miles Morales, Spider-Man. This is part of that Deadpool thing where they got every other thing. Cody Ziegler's our writer. Luigi Zagaria is our artist. And it's the 4th part of I don't know what's going on because other parts happened in Deadpool. But I'm still going to buy the comic book. Support your Spider-Mans. Heatseeker. This is number 4. Heatseeker is written by Charles Ardai. Penciler is Ace Continuado. Inker is Juan Castro. And it's exactly what it's supposed to be. It's pulp with girls wearing no clothes and doing nasty, sexy things. That's what these are. And it's amazing to read. It reminds me of all the pulp fiction that I read, but this one has more boobs in it. So, I mean, the other pulp fiction I read might have boobs, but there's no pictures. All right, and we have number 2 issue of The Herculoids. Seriously, if you've never watched the Herculoids cartoon, just go online. They're free. It is a good time. Tom Snigowski is our writer. Craig Russo is our artist. And last issue we had the alien fellow that thought that he was going to take over the planet ruled by the Herculoids. He even kidnapped a child. No one can stop him. But then he forgot one important part. He's fighting the Herculoids. No one wins against the Herculoid. That's how that works. That's just how that works. You can't beat the Herculoids. Isn't that a great cover? Look at that cover. Just like the cartoon. It's a great cartoon. What's this? Oh, that's not mine. What's this? Silverhawks. Number 2. That was a terrible Silverhawk scrape. I'd try again, but I've been doing it all day. So, writer is Eddie Brisson. Artist is George Combadis. And we find out where some of our Silverhawks have been and what they've been up to. We have our one that's been on ice. The Silverhawks cartoon is awesome, and this is a lot like, it's a little more violent, to be honest. This comic book's a little more violent than Silverhawks. There's like blood and stuff. There's never blood in Silverhawks. Still, Aces, good book. All right, so I finally bought an Absolute. DC's got this new thing now, Absolute. I bought Absolute Flash because I heard Barry Allen's in it. He is in it. I don't know what's going on here. It's like they drop you in the middle, which I kind of like. Let me, and there's cool art. Look at this, look at this, look at that. Isn't that cool? Let me find out. Here we are. Okay. Jeff Lemire. Oh, that's why it's good. Jeff Lemire is writing it. Nick Robles is our art man. And Wally West is a teenager. And there are people trying to kill him. And he's out in the desert with his dad. And there's a scientist working there named Barry Allen. And they do these flash forward, flashback things. The artwork is beautiful. This is a good book. I'm on the bottom floor of the new Flash. All right. My daughter was excited that we got this. This is a crossover comic. DC and Sonic the Hedgehog. Because sometimes you gotta. Ian Flynn is our writer. Hey, he writes Sonic the Hedgehog. Adam Bryce Thomas is our artist. Hey, he draws Sonic the Hedgehog. So Darkseid shows up in Sonic the Hedgehog world. And the Justice League ain't taking it. So they're coming to help. Everyone pairs off with their perfect person. This is the perfect combination of superheroes and hedgehogs. And other people. I mean, they're not all hedgehogs, right? They're not all hedgehogs. So, yeah, this is awesome. Your superheroes, you get our Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, John Stewart, Green Lantern, Batman, Cyborg. That's what you get. This is a great book. I'm sad that it's only 6 issues long. Mini-series. Right? Am I right? All right. And here we are, issue 3 of my favorite X-Men, Magic. I literally bought the X-Men book that was going to have her on the team. So, Ashley Allen is our writer. Our artist is German Peralta. So, she's investigating mutants getting abducted. And then she got abducted. And they're trying to get the Dark Child out of Magic. And it's really stupid that you would try to do that because you don't want the Dark Child out of Magic. Once the Dark Child's out, it gets pretty bad. But once again, the artwork is nice. Story's well done. Danny Moonstar is already showing up in issue 3. The covers are weird. The guy draws women wrong, but that's okay. That's alright. Alright, what do we got next? Number 69. And the child. Alright, number 69 of The Amazing Spider-Man, The 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. Look, Doom's on the cover. Yeah, I don't care. This book is, this particular story line has sucked. And we'll tell you in a minute how bad. And Joe Kelly, hey, you came back for the penultimate issue of this, huh, Joe? Good for you, buddy. Joe Kelly's here. Is our writer. Ed McGuinness is our penciler. Mark Farmer is our inker. So the heavy hitters all show up. Lots of splash pages, lots of big pages. And they have to bring back Spider-Man because last issue he died. That never works. Never works. And so what do? Remember the spider buggy? Do you remember the spider buggy? The stupid drive up walls spider buggy. That is an achievement in good writing compared to Spider Juggernaut. Blech. Well, that's okay. We have one more issue of this, and then they're going to start over with a new number 1. So, there we go. Aquaman. I'm so glad to see Aquaman. Aquaman. And who are our peeps? There we are. Writer Jeremy Adams, artist John Timms. Once again, an excellent splash page. I'm glad splash pages have decided to make a comeback. When last we left Arthur, he's looking for his people. Unfortunately, it's taken him a little while to get there. And there's some interesting flashbacks of when he was a kid. I really liked the story for that. That was really good. So, but yeah. So it's a on the road adventure basically with Aquaman. I'm fine with the beard. Artwork is awesome, like I showed you. All right, West Coast Avengers number 5 with this dipshit on it. See that? That's Flag Smasher. That's the Steve Rogers from when there was the Hail Hydra Steve Rogers that they said we're not going to fix the problem with the Cosmic Cube, and then they fixed it with the Cosmic Cube because Nick Snyder, is he the writer? I don't know, but he's a terrible writer. Who's not a terrible writer? Jerry Dugan, who's writing this. Art is by the phenomenal. I say he's phenomenal. I forget his name. Danny Kim. All right. There's a lot of books in here. I should probably pay attention. So we're spying on the winged Ultron. Flag Smasher shows up. They have to stop Flag Smasher. I don't know about how they draw Spider-Woman. It's just Spider-Woman. Everybody else looks exactly the same, but she always looks like, I mean, not to be, rude about this, but she looks rough. She looks like she, rode hard and put away wet, is what we're looking at here. So, yeah. It's good. This is a really good book, and I want it to be better. So I hope it will be. The artwork this issue is really good. I like that the Blue Bolt character, the prisoner guy, who maybe was Kilowatt, because he's a bad guy, decided to take a new name. Unfortunately, the name he picked was Wonder Man. Now Wonder Man's all PO'd. So we're going to get a fight. Avengers versus Avengers, because, my God, if you're going to have two groups of Avengers, they should have to fight. All right, number 13 of the X-Men. Unfortunately, this is part 4 of 7 of Manhunt. So I hate when they do it, but what are you going to do? Writer is Jed MacKay, inker is Sean Parsons, penciler is Nito Diaz. They do it because they think, well, people will be more inclined to buy more books. And they're not. Well, I mean, I can't say that for everybody. I know I can't. But the cleverest thing in here was when Magic went and stole Magneto's helmet, put it on the Beast to get him away from Xavier. And I understand this Xavier's been a bad guy for a while, but I don't want to hear about it. Why are you making Xavier a bad guy? There's just too much going on in this, and I don't know what's going on. So, because that's just how it goes. I did find out that Juggernaut's helmet, if it gets broken, he can reform it using the power of his mind. I didn't know that was a thing either. And X Factor shows up. I remember when X Factor was new. So, here, let me peek at the thing to see if we're going to have more of that. Okay, so next issue we won't even have any of the X-Manhunt. Because it was Uncanny X-Men, Nick, Storm, X-Men. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's this one. Then X-Factor, then Exceptional X-Men, then X-Force, and then X-Manhunt Omega. So it only affected one book. Hooray! Unlike Miles Morales, where Deadpool screwed up 2 of my books. All right. I wasn't going to get this. It's a one-shot. It's Nick Fury versus Fin Fang Foom. This is eye patch Nick Fury. Writer is J. Michael Straczynski. Artist is Elena Casagrande. That means big house, if my Spanish is even close to being correct. So it's Nick Fury before he was a soldier. And then they sucker him into helping out because the war is starting. And who shows up? That's right. Fin Fang Foom. The big giant dragon. Who's just waiting for us to be good enough to steal our technology from. It's still too soon. He woke up too soon. I was going to see if they had a big splash page of the dragon. I don't think... They really waste my time with no really good splash page of Fin Fang Foom. Ah! See, I knew they did it for me. There you go. There's your splash page. I like him because he looks like a grump. Fin Fang Foom looks like the grumpy puss. All right, new number 1, and this is the most gorgeous cover I've seen in a while. This is Mothra, Queen of the Monsters. She gets her own book. Finally, I know I'm complaining. Let's get in it. Hold on. Story by Sophie Campbell, art by Matt Frank and Sophie Campbell. Apparently, she pitched in on pages 9 and 17, and the artwork is phenomenal. It deals with people being attacked by this bug. Mothra comes to save the day. It kind of leaves things messed up, and now they have to find a way to reincarnate Mothra. Because see, there's more than one Mothra. There's a ton of Mothras, and they but the way this Mothra died, she didn't resurrect. So now they have to go back and find an egg, which sends them to the prehistoric era. Ooh. I'm telling you, getting to be pretty much a sucker for these splash pages. Oh, apparently I forgot that we did Herculoids number 1. So that first thing you're like, what's he talking about? We're going to do Darkwing Dunk first. Darkwing Dunk. Darkwing Dunk. It's Duck. Let's get dangerous. Daniel Kibblesmith, I'm not making fun of his name, is our writer. Ted Brandt and Ro Stein are our artists. It's Darkwing Duck. He's back. He's dangerous. He's having adventures. He's fighting that guy with the plug for a head. I wasn't a big Darkwing Duck fan, other than the theme song, and I watch it once in a while. So I don't know who this fella is, but it's like a beginning of his career, Darkwing Duck, which it makes it even better. It's hilarious. It's well written. Thank you, Mr. Kibblesmith. So Hercules number 1. This alien goes to this planet, and then they fight him in issue 2, and it's the Herculoids. We talked about them. Pada bing, pada boom. I got a lot of books here. Have I mentioned I got a lot of books? I think so. One of my favorite DC books right now, Batgirl, issue 5. I'll be glad when we get done with the thing with her mother. It's just, let her do something else. Let her be Batgirl. As soon as I find out where the art is hidden in here, the artist and writer, because I'm terrible at remembering these names. Let's see. Here we are in the back. Tate Bromble is our writer. Takeshi Miyazawa is our artist. Good job on you, Takeshi. This thing looks awesome. Lots of fights, lots of Batgirl. Her mother being a tool. This is a well done Batgirl book. Out of the 3 Batgirls they could choose from, I'm glad they picked this one. Although Barbara Gordon will always be my favorite. Alright. Issue 9 of Birds of Prey. This is always weird for me. This is a Panosian cover. So this cover is beautiful. But I really like the artwork that they use in... Oh, look, I went right to the thing. That they use in here. It is Juan Juann. Cabal is our artist. Kelly Thompson, excellent writer, is our artist. When last we left, it was Black Canary and somebody at the cabin. Let's see. No, I don't know who it is. It's one of the girls. It might be Batgirl. I think it is Batgirl. But I love their fight sequences. Like, here's a splash page. See? And there's movement by using multiple images. They suggest movement by multiple images. So, that's great. And then Barda is busy beating up a bunch of monsters. And it's just, oh, it isn't. She's somebody else. It's not Batgirl. This girl's on some kind of weird Cthulhu-like power level, and she was worried about Black Canary, and she destroyed so many henchmen. I don't know that she killed them. Constantine shows up in it. It's yeah, it's a good book. I will always stick around for Birds of Prey. All right, let's see. DuckTales. Woo! Brandon Montclair. Oh, DuckTales 3. Pardon. Brandon Montclair is our writer. Fabio. You know what? I said your name. Fabio Amelia is our letterer. Tommaso Ronda is our artist. And we're doing that thing with Scrooge and the boys where they get split up, and then the Beagle Boys have to help Scrooge, and the Beagle Boys' mom have to help Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And of course they're after a treasure, because that's how that works. It's like somebody watched all of DuckTales, memorized all of DuckTales, and made something completely new anyways. This is such... If they wanted to redo the cartoon, I know they redid it recently, but I didn't like the artwork, and David Tennant doesn't sound like Scrooge McDuck to me. If you were to take these as blueprints, each one of these would be an episode of DuckTales. It's perfection. Get me? Okay. Oh, what do we got left? I don't remember if I talked about Ultra Mega, so I'll talk about it again. Dave Stewart, nope. James Herron. Dave Stewart's the colorist. James Herron is our creator, artist, writer of just the most effed up version of... It's Ultraman if it was body horror. That's what it is. And it reminds me of the old 2000 AD Pat O'Neill? I feel like I've talked about this already. I mean, there's other issues. But it's beyond description. It has its own way of telling you a story, and you have to read it. And you must read Ultra Mega. If you have not read the first setup, I think it's a trade paperback now. This is the second arc. I like that he kept doing the numbering. He didn't do 1, 2, 3, volume 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, volume 2. This is number 8. He took a hiatus for 4 issues. Come back and give us more. I don't even think this is the end. I think he's got one more coming up. Hold on. Let's see. Yes, one more issue. And he won't spoil a thing. Alright. You could just see the stack of comic books next to me. And currently, because it is Old Man Reviews comic books, and I am in a new job where I stand on my feet instead of moving around a lot, my feet hurt. So I'm soaking in a bucket of Epsom salts that I don't think I opened all the way. There, it's fine. It's fine. I have a collapsible bucket. It's really cool. You can make it, bigger, little, flat. I don't know how it works. It's science. Alright, issue 6 of Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu. Is he dead again? I don't remember. Alright, writer is Jed MacKay. Artist is Domenico Carbone. If I said that right, Domenico, you let me know, okay? So, he's fighting with a bad guy who we think is a street criminal, and the street criminal actually turns out to be an Asgardian. And he's trying to kill Mark. And Mark is trying not to die, and Khonshu is giving him grief in the process. I love no matter how many times they change this numbering or the title of the book or whatever, we have the same writer and usually the same guy drawing it. This one's got a little bit of a manga-y flair to it, which I'm not wicked happy about. Manga faces are weird if you're reading an American comic book. Manga faces belong in manga, right? So, I don't know. Mark Spector doesn't look like Mark Spector is what I'm trying to say in this. So, there. Alright, I am not, because of this, oh, you know, I always do it for you guys. I'll do it. Be quiet. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Where am I at here? We got to do the split. So, let's put those over here. Moon Knight Ultra Mega is not. Alright, let's see. Birds of Prey is superhero. Batgirl superhero. Should we give the Herculoid superhero? Why not? Darkwing Duck's superhero. Nick Fury's not really a super... You know, I'm not going to put him in there. X-Men are superheroes. West Coast Avengers are superheroes. Doesn't that guy just look like a tool? Doesn't he? Look at him. Flag Smasher. Blech. Aquaman's a superhero. Amazing Spider-Man comic book sucks, but he's still a superhero. Magic's a superhero. Sonic the Hedgehog superhero. Flash superhero. Silverhawks count. They're a superhero. I don't read this book. Herculoids, we said, were a superhero, and there's 2 issues of them in here. Miles is a superhero. Sonic's a superhero. Adventure Man's a superhero. So actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are not, and there's this giant stack that I will not count. Here they are. Look at them. Look at them! Alright. So thank you for listening to my rant about my new position at work and why I haven't been able to get these done. We're still very perilously close to issue episode 200, which we will still do at Fanfare. The way my luck runs, there'll be 1 book come out that week. I'll be all excited about it. If there is, I have other things I can talk about. Won't stop me. So in the meantime, sorry I've been gone. I want you to remember the things I tell you about where you can read comic books. Go online. Go to your comic book store. Look in the dollar bin. Look in the 50-cent bin. Look in the quarter bin. Find something that you are excited when you see it. When you see it and you go, ho, 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 that's the comic book for you. Everybody's got a comic book. They just got to find it. Who knows? Maybe your favorite are reprints of Dazzler. Could be worse. Dazzler, I always like Dazzler. So. If it's an odd superhero, that's what I was going to talk about. Just a second. If it's an odd superhero, because, okay, so the Avengers, they made the movie. So now everybody and their mom expects those people to be the Avengers. Recently I got a trade paperback where they had to fight the Grim Reaper. And here is the roster for that particular incarnation of the Avengers. It is Hercules, Dane Whitman, the Black Knight, Vision in his white form. Who else is? Oh, Circe from the Eternals, and Crystal from the Inhumans. I feel like I'm missing somebody, but I don't know who it is. That's, if you think about these people, they're working on a power level that makes the regular Avengers just look like schmoes down the street. And these were your Avengers. It was a time period where everybody wore vests for some reason, and all the men had stubble. None of the women had stubble, thank God. But and Vision didn't have stubble because it's Vision. He doesn't grow facial hair. So it was literally just Dane Whitman, Black Knight, and Hercules. But that was what it was in this time frame. Those were your Avengers, and they were the roster for a while, I think. And they were, for a little bit, Thor showed up. So there's another heavy hitter. All of these people can crack a planet by themselves. And that was what they called the Avengers. And now they don't do that anymore. Once in a while, you'll get them to throw in, like, Ghost Rider, but it's, you know, Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. It's not Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, so who freaking cares? You know? But it's just, I thought it was fascinating that was the group of Avengers for that time frame, and I wanted to share that with you. Did I mention the comic? Yes, I mentioned the comic book stuff. So yes, just find something you like. If you go to if you live in Kalamazoo, we have Fanfare Comics and Cards. If you give them $5 of your hard-earned cash every year, right, $5 once a year, you get 20% off of all brand new books. I couldn't afford those if I didn't have that thing. I'd have to cut my comic books in half. I mean, like, the amount I get, I don't cut it in half. So, find a comic book you like, read it, tell me about it in the comments. We're not going anywhere. I know people read this thing, or watch this thing. So I will try to be more diligent and get some time into my new schedule to make it work better for me. It's weird because I'm also at this point in time editing a feature film. So that can be a little bit of a drain, although I'm getting pretty good, close to being done with it. The closer I get, the more I realize I've got pickup shots, which is the worst thing you can ever imagine. Pickup shots suck. So, alright. That's all I got. I'm not picking up that stack of comic books again. I'm waiting to see if it collapses and falls in my bucket of full water. Thank you very much. And go read a comic book. No, seriously, get out. Go. I gotta go fix my feet. Bye.